I don't understand. I just don't know what to say anymore. I literally don't. You guys know the drill by now when it comes to Monday Night Raw. It's just something that I just can't seem to enjoy. My God, man. That ending was so garbage, so cringe, so bad. I've got nothing to say about that ending. Actually, I do have something to say. It's that it's the worst shit I have ever seen in my life. I'm not a fan of neither Shayna or Alexa. But this shit continues to prove why this character of Alexa Bliss sucks. It literally shows it. It shows because there are so many people other than the Alexa Bliss fanboys and fangirls that just praise everything Alexa does. There are so many fans that I've seen that are tired of this Alexa Bliss character. So many people I follow, they say the same shit. This character sucks. And it does. This shit sucks. How am I supposed to believe that Shayna Baszler is scared of a doll? How am I supposed to believe that? Come on! What is this garbage? This whole character of Alexa Bliss is just so goddamn awful. And I was laughing throughout this entire segment. Not because it was good. Not because it was funny. I was laughing because it's so lame! Shayna Baszler, a former NXT champion, is afraid of a doll. A doll! Or as she calls it, a stupid little doll. This is why this is why Alexa Bliss gets so much negativity with this character. Because it sucks! Nobody likes it! Other than the Alexa Bliss fans. Other than the Alexa Bliss fans, nobody likes this character. Nobody likes it. Everything she touches, she destroys. That has been another big trope. Anything she touches, she ruins. She's basically got the Fiend's character, and now she's basically taken that, made it worse, and made it completely useless. She's now destroyed the Fiend's character. She's now destroyed the whole purpose of the Fiend. Let me guess. Alexa Bliss is Lily. Let me guess. Alexa Bliss is Lily, and she's gonna be the one that puts a silly mask on, and it looks like Lily. The next time we see Alexa Bliss transform, she's gonna transform into Lily, and she's gonna look ugly. This character sucks. I just cannot stand how people can actually enjoy this character. I just do not like it. I don't like it. It's dumb. And look, I don't care who was in that segment. I know some people are going to say, oh, the segment was bad is because it was Shayna Baszler. Look at Shayna Baszler. She's not all that great. No, I'm going to tell you this. I could not care less who was in that segment. Could have been Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, Sasha, Rhea, Tony, my ass, my window, my door, my fan, my cat, Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, anybody. Nothing would have made that segment good. Alexa Bliss is why these segments suck. because it's her character and her, quote, Shayna Baszler, stupid doll. How am I supposed to take this seriously? This character is awful. I can't stand this character. It is so lame. Sorry about that. Had a little quick sneeze and I had to pause there. It is just so lame and it's just not scary. The doll is more scary than Alexa. Alexa is too cute to be scary. But no, people think Alexa Bliss was able to tremble Alexa. But no, people are going to say Alexa was able to tremble Shayna Baszler in fear. No, it was her stupid doll that trembled Shayna Baszler in fear. And it was Shayna Baszler all bloody night saying, I'm not afraid of that stupid blonde bimbo and her stupid doll. It was her saying all night long she wasn't afraid of her doll and Alexa. And then here she is at the end of the show screaming at the top of her lungs because she's afraid of the doll. You guys know me, I don't like Shayna Baszler. If you followed my channel long enough, you know I don't like Shayna. If you followed my channel long enough, you would know I don't like Alexa. Despite how I felt about Alexa as the goddess, my negativity about her when she was the goddess was fair criticism. I liked Alexa as the goddess, but there were just some things about her. There was just some things I didn't like when she was the goddess. AKA winning all the time. But enough about this stupid segment. There's another thing I want to talk about. This is another thing I want to talk about. But I guess it is still kind of related to Shayna Baszler and Alexa, but it's not, you know, this segment. It's related to Shayna, but not this segment. I am so tired of hearing some people say Shayna Baszler is dangerous and she's going to injure Alexa Bliss. My God, man. Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this? Number one. Injuries happen! That's number one. Ronda Rousey was an exception and Nia Jax. Because those two kept doing it all the time. Nia doesn't do it much anymore. Maybe she's gotten a little safer, I don't know. But Nia doesn't really injure many people now anymore. But Nia used to have a big history of injuring people. Okay, fair enough. If it happens a lot, then yes. Then you have the right to call this wrestler reckless. But apparently, for some reason, people think one injury automatically assumes that they are reckless. Okay, so that means... So, think about the other injuries that have happened. We've had Brie Bella kick Liv Morgan in the face... And so many people called Brie Bella reckless, but there are other people that said, oh, it was just an accident. I say it was an accident. May I remind you that Sasha Banks went into depression because she ended Paige's career and people were sending her death threats? May I remind you that that was one of the catalysts that set Sasha to go away from wrestling for a while. Because she ended a person's career. Something she had no intention in doing. Does that make Sasha reckless? So is Sasha reckless because she ended somebody's career? If you look at Sasha Banks' career, I think Paige is one of the only people she's ever injured. And Paige knew the risk. She wanted to keep wrestling despite her bad neck. So in my opinion, I think that's more on Paige than Sasha. Because Paige knew the risk. But I digress. We've had injuries happen so many times. But apparently Shayna Baszler, a lot of people compare her to Ronda Rousey. A lot of people tend to compare her to Ronda Rousey. Oh, she's going to be just like Ronda. Newsflash. She's not like Ronda. Not at all. I may not like Shayna Baszler. Ah, stupid thing. Hang on a sec. I may not like Shayna Baszler. But throughout all the matches I've seen her, from NXT until now, and I'm not counting what happened due to Dakota Kai. Why am I not counting what happened due to Dakota Kai? Because what happened to Dakota Kai when Shayna injured her, was Dakota's was a storyline. Big difference. So I'm not counting Dakota because it was an injury, because it was a storyline injury. The only time I ever remember Shayna hurting somebody was Asuka, when she kicked her in the tooth. Okay. That was one time she injured somebody. But that automatically makes her reckless. That automatically means she must stay away from Alexa. Am I right? That must mean Alexa must stay away from her, right? One injury, she injures one person, but that makes her reckless. Ronda Rousey injured 5 people within 1 year. Within 1 year, she injured like 5 people. 4 or 5 people. I remember she injured Ruby, she injured Sasha, she injured Bayley, she injured Alexa. About 4 to 5 people. She injured within a span of a year. Shayna Baszler has been in WWE since how long? 2018? And she's only injured one person throughout her 4-5 years in WWE, but yet within 1 year, Ronda hurt 4 people. Big difference! Big major difference! Shayna Baszler is more safe than Ronda Rousey ever was. So to all the people that are afraid or very overprotective about Alexa being injured by Shayna Baszler, it ain't gonna happen. Alexa Bliss will be fine. I'm getting so damn annoyed when I listen to the same garbage over and over again. Shayna's gonna hurt Alexa. If she hurts her, I'm gonna be so mad. Yeah, okay, so apparently injuries now are supposed to be on purpose now. We all know injuries are all accidental, unless you're Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. But the amount of injuries they've had, those are different. But apparently for other people, apparently once you've injured someone, you're considered reckless. I'm not explaining this again, and I'm not going to be telling this again to anybody who doesn't understand! This video needs to be your wake-up call. Because I'm done explaining it. And it's your job to get it through your head and understand Shayna isn't going to injure Alexa. She is a safe worker. Despite how much I don't like Shayna Baszler, I know she's a safe worker. Look at the amount of times she wrestled Sasha Banks last year. Remember the episode of SmackDown when Sasha Banks was betrayed by Bayley? What happened in that match? Sasha hurt her knee. And what did Shayna Baszler do? Target her knee. Did Sasha Banks ever leave that match with an injured knee? Did reports come out saying Sasha Banks injured by Shayna Baszler? Shayna Baszler hit Sasha's knee so badly she's gonna need surgery. No, Sasha didn't need surgery when Shayna Baszler was targeting her knee. Sasha Banks was off TV because of what Bayley did to her. And more importantly, the knee wasn't even the focal point of this story last year. It was Sasha's neck, because Bayley wedged a chair between her head. So the knee wasn't even mentioned in the story. So please understand the difference between a real injury and a storyline injury. So please understand the difference. Please, for the love of God, understand the difference. I've watched wrestling for so long, and even I know this difference. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about this. You guys know how I feel. The Shayna Alexa storyline is garbage. And I already cannot wait for Alexa Bliss to squash Shayna Baszler and Alexa just to completely no-sell everything she does, because why not, right? Why not? Because we need to make Alexa Bliss feel more like the Fiend. Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about the other stuff. We had a tag team over-the-top rope battle royal, and the winner would receive a title shot against AJ Styles and Omos. The Viking Raiders would win this battle royal. I didn't mind the Viking Raiders win. I don't want to see Randy Orton become tag team champion with Riddle. I hope Randy Orton eventually RKO's Riddle, but knowing this company, that won't happen. And they've already got RK Bro t-shirts out. Yeah, no thanks. I am not buying that. Jackson Riker would face Elias. Jackson Riker now has cut his hair. Who the hell cares? Jackson Riker won by countout. Who the hell cares? Charlotte and Rhea will have to tag up against Nikki Cross and a partner of her choice. I think we all know where this is going. And this is another big major issue I can't stand. Why does WWE do this all the damn time? Why do they always have to have champion and challenger tag up? This is another big thing I have an issue with. Why do they do this all the damn time? It is so stupid. We know the champ and challenger aren't going to get along. I know they like to try and build suspense. But this is literally the third one this year. This is literally the third one. Sasha and Bianca earlier this year. Then we saw it with Rhea and Asuka. And now we're seeing it again? With Rhea and Charlotte. This is like the third time they've done this within a year. What's next? Is Bianca and Bayley gonna team up next? Give me a break. Enough of this. It's the same old shit all the goddamn time. And I love both of these women. I love Rhea and Charlotte. But Jesus freaking Christ, can you guys come up with something creative, please? My Lord. I knew the result the moment that was even announced. Come on, be more creative, guys. Drew McIntyre will battle Bobby Lashley inside Hell in a Cell. And if Drew loses, he will never get another shot at the WWE title. I like Drew and all, but Jesus. Now watch Drew McIntyre win. Now watch Drew McIntyre win, because this is his last chance. And more importantly, I don't buy into the whole last chance opportunity thing, because over my years of watching WWE, every single time they say it's this person's last chance, they still come back anyway and get a title shot. I remember when Batista and Edge had millions and millions of title matches, and I remember it was Edge and Batista in a last chance match, and Edge won And then Batista got another title shot anyway. So what's the point of the last chance? What's the whole point of the last chance stipulation? If it's their last chance, it should be their last chance. Ricochet versus Humberto Carrillo. And to be honest, I don't really give a lot of these two guys credit. Ricochet I do like as a performer. But Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet really did well here. They had a really fun match. And the winner would get a title opportunity if they won. Breaking news! Nobody won! So that great match was all for nothing. Jeff Hardy would go on to defeat Cedric Alexander. Great. That's just great. We exactly need a veteran like Jeff Hardy beating a prime young talent like Cedric Alexander. Yeah. Because that makes sense, right? Because Jeff Hardy's being buried, according to the fans. Please. He's a veteran. He's supposed to be helping the younger stars of today. But yet, then you'll be getting fans complaining that WWE are burying Cedric Alexander. Eva Marie will be making her return next week. You better have improved, Eva. Otherwise, I'll be giving you a mouthful. MVP tries to recruit Kofi Kingston into the Hurt Business. I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't be against a heel Kofi Kingston, but maybe not him in the Hurt Business. So it was interesting, but it was an interesting segment. But I can't say I am all, oh yeah, let's do this kind of feel. Nikki Cross's mystery partner was Asuka. So Asuka and Nikki Cross faced Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. What do you think happened in this match? Do you think the champion and challenger were able to get along and were able to defeat their opponents? If your answer is yes, then you are an idiot. But if you answered no, then congratulations, you won a reward. Rhea and Charlotte lose. It was actually not a bad match. I'm not going to sit here and bash the match. The match was actually, not so bad. I liked the match. My problem was with the ending. That was my main problem. The ending. So I liked the banter that Rhea and Charlotte had. I found that more entertaining than literally anything else on Raw. Rhea patting Charlotte on the head. Charlotte chopping Rhea as a tag. That stuff is entertaining. But my main problem was with the ending. Nikki Cross would pin Rhea Ripley. Yet, Rhea Ripley's first official loss on the main roster is to Nikki Cross. Of all damn people. Of all people to beat Nikki Cross. Of all people to be the first person to defeat Rhea Ripley ever since her arrival on the main roster is Nikki Cross. If it was Asuka, I would have been more okay with it. But because it was Nikki Cross, I can't say I'm all that a fan. Funny how people complain about Nikki Cross not being on TV, and now here she is on television. Now I wonder how long it will take until fans start bitching about it. That was only my main problem. I was not a fan of Rhea Ripley taking the pin here. But what do you expect from WWE? Because as I said, The champion and challenger tagging up thing is always such a great dynamic. It needs to keep being done. It was so good with Sasha and Bianca, and so good with Asuka and Rhea, we had to do it again! Yay! Let's do it again. Can't wait until Bianca and Bayley do it. Mansoor faces Drew Gulak. Mustafa Ali gave Mansoor some advice, telling him to watch out because Drew Gulak may cheat. Drew Gulak went to cheat. Mansoor was able to reverse and got the pinfall with a victory. Mansoor's okay, I guess. I mean, he's not a bad wrestler, but, you know, he's Mr. Blood Money. He's from the country full of blood money. So, can't say I really care. Then we had Kofi Kingston face off against Riddle. What was the most positive thing about this match is that Matt Riddle lost. That was probably the most important. That was probably the most hilarious. That was probably the most positive thing about that entire match. So there you go. That is your Monday Night Raw. Shayna and Alexa were the main event. Awesome. That's exactly what we needed. Shayna and Alexa main eventing Monday Night Raw. Yep, that's how you get those ratings up. To get those ratings up, we need to have Little Miss No Cell and scaring a badass like Shayna Baszler by having a doll terrify her. Yeah, that'll definitely get those ratings up. Being sarcastic. It's going to make them drop even lower. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys for this Monday Night Raw review. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Check out my recent video that I just posted. It is part 5 of my Donkey Kong Country trilogy, where I'm playing through Donkey Kong Country 3. Yeah, I just released part 5. So, I hope you guys tune in, check that out, and hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you all next time.